Dejanay Carrington is taking the piss out of Christine Brennan. She's taking the piss out of Christine Brennan. But the problem is, it's just messy.
WNBA that's getting out of control. You know what's crazier? This kind of thing isn't new. It's like there's this weird jealousy thing going on, and some players are taking it way too far. By the end of this video, you'll see why this incident is just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm sorry, even if it's accidental, it would be like one of the most accidental things. I will bring up someone that makes a career-ending tackle.
We're going to talk about what it means for the future of the WNBA. Is this the kind of league we want, where players are getting hurt and then mocked online? Let's break it. We'll bully online. But here's the thing. This isn't just about Carrington being a bad sport. It's like there's this weird vibe in the WNBA where some players can't handle it when someone like Clark comes in and shakes things up. It's like there's respect from your peers. You've got people trying to take cheap shots at you, on the court and off. It's not just unsportsmanlike, it's straight up unprofessional. And the fans, they're not having it. As soon as Carrington's little Instagram one complaining about the refs after she committed the foul herself.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry.
You poked me in the eye.
Talk about not being able to take what you dish out. You know what makes this whole thing even crazier? While Carrington's out here acting like a clown, Clark's response was pure class. She didn't go on a rant or try to get back at Carrington. Nope, she just said the eye poke was unintentional and moved on. Another. It's like there's this culture in the WNBA where some players think it's okay to target the rising stars. Instead of lifting each other up and growing the game, they're tearing each other down. And for what? Some extra likes on social media. You've got players acting like they're on some reality TV show.
Making a joke about Christine Brennan, but you still gay hit someone with the Captain Insano. Even if it's unintentional, she still hit her with the Captain Insano.
It's not just disappointing. It's holding the whole league. And here's the kicker. This kind of behavior isn't new. It's like there's this unspoken rule that if you're too good, too popular, or too much of a threat to the status quo, you're going to catch heat. Not just on the court, dangerous double standard brewing in the WNBA, and it's putting the entire league's future at risk. Want to know the real reason some players are getting away with murder on and off the court? Let's talk about accountability, or the lack of it. After complain about the officiate, can you believe it? She's the one who committed the foul, and she's live to mock Clark about the incident. It's like she's living in her own little world where actions don't have consequences. And you know what? In the WNBA right now, she might be right. This isn't just about one player being a bad sport. It's a symptom of a much bigger problem. There's this weird culture in the league where some players think they can do whatever they want, both on and off the court. It's like they forgot what it means to be a professional athlete. Think about it. You've got rising stars like Caitlin Clark coming into the league, bringing in new fans and excitement. And how do some of the established players respond? By trying to take her down a peg. Clark even said she felt hammered out there. That's not normal competition, that's straight up targeting. But it's not just Clark feeling the heat. This toxic environment is messing with the whole league. How are you supposed to grow the game when your own players are tearing each other down? It's like they're shooting themselves in the foot. And here's the kicker. The league itself isn't doing much to stop it. Where are the fines? The suspensions? The public statements condemning this behavior? It's crickets out there. And that silence, it's basically giving players like Carrington off the court. It's not exactly inspiring the next generation of ballers. And let's not forget about the fans. They're not blind to what's going on. Every time a player pulls a stunt like Carrington did, it chips away at the league's credibility. People start wondering if they're watching a professional sports league or some kind of reality TV drama. The sad thing is, this behavior is holding the entire WNBA back. Instead of celebrating the incredible talent and athleticism in the league, we're talking about eye pokes and Instagram drama. It's taking the spotlight away from the amazing things happening on the court. Imagine a WNBA where players lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. It's not just a dream, it's a real possibility. And the blueprint for this transformation might surprise you. That eye poke incident, she kept it classy, saying it was unintentional and moving on. That's the kind of sportsmanship we need more of in the league. Now, contrast that with Carrington's behavior. Mocking a fellow player on Instagram, that's not just unprofessional, it's straight up toxic. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. The WNBA has a chance to turn things around and create a culture that's all about respect and fair play. So how do we make this happen? It starts with accountability. The league needs to step up and show that this kind of behavior isn't okay. We're talking talking fines, suspensions, maybe even mandatory sportsmanship training. Whatever it takes to get the message across that being a pro athlete means acting like one, both on and off the court. But it's not just about punishing bad behavior. The WNBA needs to shine a spotlight on the players who are doing it right. Imagine if they had a sportsmanship award that was as big a deal as the MVP trophy. That would give players a real incentive to lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. And let's not forget about the ref. When players feel like the game is being called fairly, they're less likely to lash out or hold grudges. It's all about creating an environment where everyone can focus on playing their best. You know who else has a big role to play in all this? Us fans. Yeah, that's right. We've got more power than we think. Every time we cheer for a player who shows real sportsmanship, we're sending a message. And when we call out the bad behavior, that matters too. We're showing the league and the players what kind of WNBA we want to see. Imagine if we all started celebrating the assists as much as the basket, or if we made a big deal out of players who help their opponents up after a hard foul. That's the kind of stuff that can change the whole vibe of the league. And here's the coolest part. When players start lifting each other up, the whole league rises. More fans will tune in to see athletes who are not just incredible on the court, but also great role models off it. That means more sponsors, more TV deals, and more opportunities for everyone in women's basketball. All right, let's wrap this up. We've seen it all, the eye poke, the Instagram drama, and the toxic culture in the WNBA. It's crazy to think that professional athletes are acting like this, right? But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. The WNBA is at a crossroad. It can either keep letting jealousy and cheap shots define it, or it can become a league that truly celebrates its stars and inspires the next generation. Which future do you want to see? Imagine a WNBA where players lift each other up instead of tearing each other down, where the biggest rivalry is who can show the most sportsmanship. That's the kind of league that could really take off and inspire a whole new generation of ballers. So what do you think? How can we make the WNBA better? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going and build a better future for women's basketball.